Hey guys, so today I'm doing a very exciting video. I'm going to be telling you guys 25 bookish facts about me. So I did have to go and watch some other videos to try and get some inspiration for this because I have my notebook right here. I wrote 25 bookish facts about me, wrote number 1, and then I couldn't think of a single fact. So I had to watch other videos to see what other people were putting on their lists, and then I compiled a list of 25 bookish facts about me. Let's just get started on this video because we've got 25 facts to talk about. So the first fact is that I started reading YA when I was only 10 years old. Yep, I started with The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks and continued on to Twilight and continued on to Vampire Academy, and it was just like a spiral from there on, and I've been loving it ever since. That's been like 7 years that I've been reading YA, so that's a pretty long time. I refuse to read ebooks. I just don't like them. I need the physical book. I need to feel the paper. I need to see the ink on the page. I need to be able to flippy floppy the book. I need to be able to feel the embellishments on the cover. I just love the physical book way more. I love when paperbacks are super floppy. Like ridiculously floppy. Like, let me show you what I look like in a bookstore when I see a floppy book. Pretty funny. But look how much fun that is. It just flops back and forth. And it just sits open like that. Like, how much fun is that? It's perfect because you can put it on your table. Pretend my hand is the table. And it just flops right open. I don't want no stiff paperback where you have to hold it open like this. No. I like the floppy. The floppy. It's just so much more fun. Floppy. I just love that sound. The smack. The smack. When reading, I don't really picture the characters in great detail. Basically, they're just blobs. Colorful blobs. And honestly, sometimes when I'm reading a book, they'll be like it'll say they held hands, and I'll just picture 2 hands in the air. Like, I won't picture the bodies that are associated with them, just the 2 hands. My most read book is The Last Song. I've read this book 8 times. So the first author I ever met was Rochelle Mead. And she signed my book. It says, "Thanks for reading. Rochelle, you are very welcome." I am never satisfied with the organization of my bookshelf for longer than a week. I have the worst memory whilst reading and hardly remember any details. Before I started watching BookTube, I reread books more than I read new books. And let me explain. So during the school year, I would reread all the books that I owned. And let me tell you, before I started watching BookTube, I had this bookshelf, and only the first 2 shelves were for books, and they weren't even full. My collection has grown. This is what BookTube does to you. But yeah, so during the school year, I would reread books and sometimes get books from the school library, but mainly just reread the books that I already owned and loved. And then over the summer, it would be the time where I would like only get books from the library and only read new books. But it was just easier for me during the school year to just read books I already owned. So all the books that I owned prior to BookTube, I've read multiple times. And that's how I had so much time to reread The Last Song 8 times. Because I wasn't reading anything new. I never had an interest in reading Harry Potter until I was 12 years old. Look at me now. Look at me now. I don't know why, but I just was never interested in Harry Potter. My dad was always like, "Hey, let's watch the movies." And I was like, no. And then one day my brother got the book from the library, and I was like, you know what? If you can read it, I can read it too. I read it, fell in love with it, and now I'm obsessed. Now I'm the one asking my dad, "Hey, do you want to watch Harry Potter?" And he's the one saying no. Oh, how the tables have turned, my friends. How the tables have turned. I was a huge twihard before I started reading Harry Potter. Huge twihard. I actually have a video up on my channel talking about my twihard days. I'm not proud of them, but they existed. I hate lending any of my books out to people, but I love borrowing other people's books. Not fair, I realize that, but it's just how things are. I rarely ever laugh out loud while reading. I own 244 books. I read The Fault in Our Stars 2 times in 1 week. I picked it up from the library, finished it within 6 hours, returned it to the library, and then a few days later bought my own copy and read it again. I have 4 copies of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I plan on getting another one very, very soon. I am a proud Ravenclaw. Comment down below what Hogwarts house that you guys are in. I have a lot of bookmarks, but I pretty much only use the same 2. Unless I'm reading more than 2 books at a time, which is very often as well. I love the smell of my Harry Potter books. These are my Harry Potter books from the box set, and I just love the smell of them. And they don't smell like your average book. There's just something very magical about them. I can't enjoy an audiobook if there are sound effects in it. I don't know, some people find that more interesting. I get distracted and I can't focus. I prefer buying books in the bookstore even though they're cheaper online. And like, I will buy books online, and most of the time I do. I just love that feeling of going into the bookstore, browsing the shelves, picking a book and buying it. It's so satisfying. When I read Harry Potter, I listen to the corresponding movie soundtrack. So if I'm reading Philosopher's Stone, then you best believe I'm listening to the Philosopher's Stone soundtrack. There's something just so magical about it. I am obsessed with reorganizing my bookshelves. My least favorite book is Where It Began by Anne Reddish Stampler. I have no words to even describe my hatred for that book. Ugh. Finally, I cannot read a book and like retain the information and like focus on the story if the TV is on or if somebody else is talking, but I can listen to music with lyrics in it. I don't understand it either. Yeah, that was my 25 bookish facts about me video. I really hope you guys enjoyed that.